first of all, we're fans, and we're glad to have Rush involved in this game.
Great. Yeah, it's fun for us too.
Excellent. So have you gotten to know the game? Have you had any time to play it yet?
I don't have a setup at home, but my kids and my friends love it, so they always keep me informed of it.
Good.
I'm hoping to get hooked up with it so that our family can play it.
Good. We look forward to hearing how well you do with it once you play your own songs.
It'll be scary.
So I believe you've unearthed a solo for Working Man that's never been heard before?
Yeah, I'm not so sure that we were even aware of its presence, but in the course of preparing everything and doing the transfers and getting ready to do this, we found that there's another solo, and I have to go back so many years to recall what we did, but it's likely that I did a second solo. It was recorded on 8 tracks, so we probably had a spare track, and that was a solo. That was an alternate solo.
How did we have a spare track with 8 tracks?
I know. Well, 2 tracks for drums, 2 tracks for vocals, bass, guitar. Probably another.
Oh yeah, so we had an extra.
Another vocal, so we had an extra guitar track.
I assume that recording a Rush album first time around was way more of a seat of the pants kind of experience than it is nowadays.
Yeah. It was a pretty complicated record for us. I mean, we didn't know what we were doing, so we made that record kind of twice. The first time we would we were playing a bar downtown Toronto, and we'd finish around 1 o'clock, and then we would unload the gear and move into a studio, and then we would record from like 2 o'clock till 7 or 8 in the morning, go home, crash, and go back to the club, and that's how we did the original recordings. And then when the first producer we had finished them, they sounded really crappy. So we were heartbroken and disappointed, and that's when we were introduced by our management to Terry Brown. And he kind of went through all the tapes, and we threw a bunch of stuff out and re-recorded a bunch of stuff and added a couple of new songs. And that's the finished first album.
So one thing that happens in the game is that you work yourself up in the early days of being a rock band. You have to prove yourself in clubs where if they don't like you, they throw things at you, which I assume even happened to Rush way back in the early days, that you had to go through the No Glory circuit for a little while, right?
Well, I think the stuff we got thrown at us was verbal.
Well, I don't think you got stuff thrown at you, but that you had to go out into the trenches, as it were.
Exactly. I remember we used to play, little bars and hotels in Northern Ontario where we were, not really. We were, kind of flashy and
hard to believe that we were actually kind of a flashy bar band.
Yeah.
But we actually were, and we were really loud, and all the bar owners really hated that because the waitresses couldn't hear the beer orders, and constantly we were being told to turn down because they can't hear the beer orders.
And of course, we would turn up.
Yeah.
So we were not an easy sell to a bar, but in Toronto we gathered a kind of a following, and so we would work the same bars quite a lot.
That's great. When the first record came out, was that the first real turning point when people started to take you a little more seriously than that?
Yeah, right around that time, I guess, we would eventually get a gig that was like a legitimate job. Not a bar, not a high school, once in a while. I think back then our management was running some bookings at an old burlesque theater in Toronto called The Victory, and we got a couple of gigs there opening for, one was the New York Dolls, of all people.
Rush and the Dolls.
Yeah, and who was the other one? There's another gig we did there.
Yeah, we did 2 gigs there.
They were a band that were popular at the time, but they've kind of disappeared from memory.
Was it I Need a Man?
No, that was the strip.
Oh, right.
Menu.
What can you tell us about your rehearsal environment when you were starting out? What kind of space did you have, and what did you do to get yourself in the mindset?
Let's see, where did we rehearse in those days?
Your basement.
Yeah, that was earlier than that.
Yeah.
But when we were playing bars, there was a little place.
That's right. In fact, we wrote Working Man there, or worked on it there.
That's right.
In the Mood, I remember.
Which is like about a 10-minute walk from my home. So we just pick up wherever we could get.
Yeah.
There was a place in the suburbs that place in Leaside.
Right.
That was the most regular place we used to use. It was just a room underneath the store or something.
Yeah, divided into different booths, like a lot like rehearsal studios are today, where bands can get in cheaply.
No, I'm thinking of that
and
place,
just a little room.
like
On
right
Millwood?
on Millwood,
Yeah,
that beside the Max Mill.
yeah. But there were a
That
few
was-
studios there.
There was?
Yeah.
I thought there was only one.
Yeah.